Hi kindergarten friends, happy Friday. We have one more day of language arts this week and then you can enjoy your weekend. So this week we've been talking about the question, why is it important to make inventions better? So we've been talking about how things have changed over the years, how telephones have changed, how computers have changed. We have different kinds of cars, our cameras have gotten better. So all those things that we have gotten better over the years and we need to make changes to make them better. We look at those different inventions and we see what can we do to make them better. And then we can see how things have changed over the years. We're going to go back and read On the Run one more time. I'm going to read it and I would like you to read with me. And then we're going to look for all the magic E-words in the story. And then we're going to finish up our packet with pages 26 and 27 together. Okay, boys and girls, I want to make sure you open up your packet to page 22 and 23. Remember, if you're an 8A student, you did this with Miss Beery and Mrs. Morgan in the classroom, and you should be able to have your packet with you. And my B-Day friends, they'll be doing that in the classroom, so they will get their packets when they're in school. Remember, we want to always look at the title first. The title is at the very top of the page, and it's normally in a bolder font, and the story is On the Run. Remember, we go from top to bottom, left to right when we're reading. I'm going to read it first, and then I want you to read it after. Dot broke her rope. Your turn. Dot broke her rope. But we will find her. Your turn. But we will find her. We got GPS in her tag. Your turn. We got GPS in her tag. So remember, they lost Dot. She chewed through her rope or broke through her rope. But luckily on her tag, on her collar, they have a GPS, which before, they didn't have those things, a tracking device to find your animals. So now we have little chips that we can put in our animals. I know on Miss Beery's puppy, it's on the back of her neck, so that way she can't get it out or like scratch it out. And then if you ever lose your pet, then you can find the chip and scan it and see where she belongs. So just like that, they're going to try and find their pet using their GPS. Okay, let's turn to the next page. Okay, boys and girls, read along with me. Look, it is her tag. Your turn. Look, it is her tag. Can we get GPS in Dot? Your turn. Can we get GPS in Dot? So here's a little boy, and you can see their farm back here, and all the hoof prints, right? And they see that there's a grassy area of flowers, and that's where they find Dot's collar, and they see that she either broke off her collar or maybe it fell off. So here's the mom with her, it looks like maybe like a tablet or an iPad, and she's like, oh no, she broke through her collar. So that's why the little boy is wondering, can we get GPS in her? And now that we do have those things, we have the chips in them, so that way we're able to find them, right? Next page. Mom, she is over here. Your turn. Mom, she is over here. Do not do that again, Dot. Your turn. Do not do that again, Dot. Okay, if you look at this last page, we have an exclamation point. Look, Mom, she is over here, so that you need to be very excited. He found his pet, so he's very excited that he was able to find her. Okay, and then you can see where Mom's going, whew, she's just so relieved that they were able to find Dot. So here's Dot, and she just looks as happy as ever. She's just chewing on some grass, maybe eating some flowers. She didn't know she was missing. She just figured she'd go for a little walk. So we're going to go back through the story again, and we're going to look for any magic E-words, and then Miss Beery will write them down. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to look through the story one more time, and we're going to look for any of those magic E-words. Dot broke. There's one. We see the magic E at the end, and there's an O that says O. Broke. So we have B-R-O-K, and then Miss Beery is going to make my E pink, so we know it's special. But we will find her. We got GPS in her tag. Okay, that was the only one on this page. Let's turn to the next one. Okay, boys and girls, let's see if there's any more. Look, it is her tag. Can we get GPS in Dot? Mom, she is over here. Do not do that again, Dot. Okay, it looks like there's no more magic E words, but I do see some short O words, so let's go ahead and find those. Look, it's her tag. Can we get GPS in Dot? So Dot is a short O word. So I'm going to put an O, and we need a capital D for Dot because it's a name. Let's see if we find any more short O's. Mom, there's another one. M-O-M. She is over here. Do not, there's another one. N-O-T. Do not do that again, Dot, and there's Dot again. So we were only able to find one magic E word, but we did find some short O's too. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn to pages 26 and 27 and work on those together. Okay, boys and girls, we are on page 26, and we're going to look at these words and tap them out. Okay, we have P-O-P, P-A-P, pop. Next one, T-O-P, T-A-P, top. Next, we have S-T-O-P. Ready? S-T-O-P, stop. And if you look, each of these have the O-P ending. So what Miss Beery is going to do is I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to highlight the O-P, 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 because each of those words rhyme. Pop, top, stop. Next, we have F-O-X, ox, fox. Next word, B-O-X, B-ox, box. The last one is O-X, ox, ox. And ox is kind of like a big cow with big horns. And I'm going to do the same thing. Each of these have the same ending sounds. O-X, ox, O-X, ox, O-X, ox. So box, fox, box, and ox all rhyme. Okay, let's look at the next line, and I do see some magic E's. And go ahead and highlight those first, because we know that we're going to say the O instead of the A. So the first one is H-O-L-E, H-O-L, hole. Next is R-O-L-E, ready? R-O-L, roll. The last one is P-O-L-E, P-O-L, pole. And if you see, they also rhyme. We have hole, roll, pole. Each of those have the O at the end. And on the next line, I do see some more magic E words. I'm going to go ahead and highlight those E's. And we're going to sound them out. J-O-K-E, joke, joke. P-O-K-E, poke, poke. Next, W-O-K-E, woke, woke. So we have joke, poke, and woke. And each of those have the oak endings. The O-K-E, so they rhyme too. I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to go back to the top, and I want us to read those words one more time. Pop, top, stop. Fox, box, ox. Hole, roll, hole. Joke, poke, woke. And it would be a great idea if you practice these words all on your own when we're done with the video. You can practice with your moms or dads or maybe brothers and sisters, because remember, the more you practice, the better you get at reading. Okay, we're going to move on to the next side. And on this side, we're going to be looking for the long O and the short O. So we're going to be looking for A and O. First, we're going to just go through each of the sentences, and then we'll go back and find those O's. The dog had a bone. Ron is at the pond. Bob can dig a hole. Jill rode her bike. Okay, boys and girls, each of these lines, each of these sentences, you should be able to sound out and read. There's a lot of sight words in there, and also those O sounds that we've been practicing all week. So what we're going to do is all the short O's, the words that have the O in the middle, we are going to circle. And all of the words that have the magic E, we are going to underline. Okay? Underline. So the first one is the dog. There's an O. And is that a long O or a short O? Dog. It's a short O, so we're going to circle it. The dog had a bone. Oh, I hear another O. Bone. Is that a long O or a short O? It's a long O, so we need to underline it. Next, Ron. Let's listen. Is that a short O or a long O? It's a short O, so we need to circle it. Ron is at the pond. Pond. P-A-N-D. Pond. Is that a short O or a long O? It's a short O. Go ahead and circle it. Bob. Well, there's another one. Ready? B-a-b. Is that a short O or a long O? It's a short O, so go ahead and circle it. Bob can dig a hole. H-o-o. H-o-o. Is that a short O or a long O? It's a long O. And we can see there's a magic E at the end, so we're going to go ahead and underline it. Last one. Jill rode. There's another one. Rode. R-o-d. Road. Is the O a long O or is it a short O? It's a long O, and we see that magic E at the end. Okay, we're going to read each of those lines one more time. The dog had a bone. Bront is at the pond. Bob can dig a hole. Jill rode her bike. Great job, boys and girls. That's it for today. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you on next Monday for some more language arts. Bye, friends.